Shanae Phillips.
All right.
Hi everybody, I'm Shanae Phillips. I'm a Master of Arts Management student at Carnegie Mellon, and I also work for the Frank Grouchy Studio for Creative Inquiry, which is an interdisciplinary arts research laboratory based in the College of Fine Arts. Today I just want to give you a brief overview of High Point Pittsburgh, which is a project led by one of our fellows at the studio. High Point Pittsburgh is an investigation into how the 1-acre rooftop of the U.S. Steel Tower could be better used. This investigation was initiated several years ago by David Baird, former travel editor at the Post-Gazette. And he wanted to explore how this space might be transformed into something that would benefit the entire Pittsburgh community and something that would give the city a cultural landmark of international significance. So before I go into detail about that, I want to talk a little bit about the roof itself, because most people don't realize just how unique this particular rooftop actually is. So it is an acre of space, 64 stories above street level, making it the largest roof at its height in the entire world. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. Also interesting is the fact that it was originally intended to be used as a helipad, and it was built to support vertical takeoff jets, so it could easily accommodate significant structural additions. Finally, and what I think is most exciting, is the incredible 360-degree view that's available from this rooftop. You can see how flat it is and empty, not being used right now. Anyway, I had the opportunity to visit this rooftop recently as part of a behind-the-scenes tour with the Green Building Alliance, so thanks Mike Schiller for that. And it was amazing. You can see for 50 miles in every direction, and there's no other view like this in Pittsburgh. Nothing even comes close, not even Mount Washington. And the fact that the public does not have access to this just doesn't make any sense to me. So that's proof that I was up there. So with all of that in mind, this investigation began with the idea that High Point Pittsburgh could be so much more than just an observatory. So beginning with a sketch design and case competition at Carnegie Mellon, and progressing to the creation of detailed architectural renderings and even an interactive virtual simulation, High Point has evolved into its current iteration, which of course is just one possibility for the space. The investigation has involved over 400 individuals, including students and faculty from Carnegie Mellon, in addition to several outside experts. And basically their goal with developing this concept was to help the public visualize what would be possible with this truly unique space. So in its current form, High Point is envisioned as an all-weather, multifunctional facility that would serve as a visitor center, an entertainment complex, and of course an observatory. And just imagine what you can do with an acre of space. So the current designs include a restaurant, bar, art gallery, and performance space, all topped by a rooftop promenade and surrounded by this amazing view. And what I think makes this even more incredible is the fact that from the beginning, this investigation has emphasized the triple bottom line principle of financial, environmental, and social responsibility. So in 2010, graduate students from Carnegie Mellon's Heinz College conducted a comprehensive feasibility study to determine whether something like this would be structurally and financially possible. And here are a few of their findings. If High Point reaches the level of cultural significance of similar attractions like the Empire State Building or the Space Needle, it could potentially attract 675,000 visitors each year. That would result in economic benefits for the entire city and boost Pittsburgh's international profile. Based on much more conservative attendance estimates and charging an admission rate of about $15 per person, they also determined that High Point could be profitable in 4 to 6 years. At that point, not only would it be able to cover its own operating costs, but it could also eventually fund other local community assets, such as public parks. But High Point is not just designed to be financially sustainable, but environmentally sustainable as well. The design incorporates cutting-edge energy-producing technologies and sustainable strategies that would make the space eco-sensitive and energy efficient. By harvesting wind and solar energy, High Point is expected to generate 50 to 70% of its annual electricity needs. Ideally, High Point would serve as a showcase of sustainable design and technology and would be a model for similar projects in the future. And just as an indication of community support for this project, this is the results of a survey conducted earlier this year in the Post-Gazette that showed that 65% of respondents would be willing to pay as much as $25 to visit High Point, Pittsburgh. This concept has also been endorsed by Leslie Robertson, who is the building's original structural engineer. And he has evaluated current designs, and he described the concept as both practical and innovative. The project also received official endorsements from the Pittsburgh Parks Conservancy, Visit Pittsburgh, and has received funding from the Buell Foundation, the Pittsburgh Foundation, the Sprout Fund, and many other foundations and private donors. So we hope to add all of you to our list of supporters. So if you have any ideas for what you would like to see in the space, or if you just want to learn more about the project, you can find us at highpointpittsburgh.org or on Facebook and Twitter at highpointpgh. Thanks.